Good afternoon, Gaffer. Hope you're enjoying the lovely weather at Cracker End at the moment, and you're looking forward to pre-season in a week or so.
Yeah, absolutely. Our chairman's been in this morning, so we can see the ground staff are doing an outstanding job behind us. And those pictures alone want to make you come and get the balls out and get the boys in there. So that's good, but we've still got a lot of work to do. It's been every day, as we know, for weeks and weeks now. So I think I'm going to have Sunday off this week, which is good. But we've had a good week, certainly a good week.
Yeah, I think supporters would assume that summer is a quiet time in football, but it seems like you're working harder than ever at the moment and getting those players in and getting ready for next season.
Yeah, listen, I'm a big believer that Rains was in yesterday for the one day, he's gone. We speak all the time. Alex was in yesterday and today. He's been away most of the summer, and as those players. But from that point of view, it's ultimately down to me to make sure this gets pulled together. So I had to be around, because if you're a player, you want to speak to the manager. And but there's been a lot of input from the staff. We're not autocrats here, we're democrats. So we've pulled it together between us, and the numbers are creeping up a little bit, where we need them to be for the boys to be in here on Thursday.
And in the last few days, we've seen some new additions to the squad. Let's start off with Dean Campbell, a fellow Scot and a promising midfielder.
Yeah, a really good player for me. Dean first came my attention when I watched him for Aberdeen early in the season. Thought he did really well. And I watched him at Kilmarnock at the back end of the season, and if you look at the correlation there, Derek McInnes is an outstanding manager. I think many people thought harshly treated at Aberdeen when he lost his job, given how well he did. But he's gone in at Kilmarnock with a brief to get them promoted, and done an outstanding job. One of his first signings back to Aberdeen against Dean Campbell. So, and I think Aberdeen were a bit reticent about putting him out on loan to another SPL club. So he went into the Championship, attract that progress, and there was 4 or 5 clubs in Leagues 1 and Leagues 2 in England that were keen to take him, but I think for once the Scottish connection worked, didn't it? Yeah, I think every time I spoke to Dean, I got more Scottish. And but no, we're not going to build him up, but he's not. He's got an outstanding left foot. He's a big boy, strong. He's really keen to come and do well, and that's very important to us.
And a defensive addition in Max Clark, who brings a depth of experience and fills that left back role.
Yeah, Max is a good player. Max can play. He is a very accomplished left back. I've seen him play in the Championship for Hull in central midfield. So, and getting on the ball and being the passer, the creator. I've seen him play left side of the diamond against my team. So anywhere on the left hand side. But Max was one we spoke to very early when the season finished. He said a number of options, and I think he said when he signed to 1 or 2 of the staff here that it was just perseverance. I think he's been away with the lads and different things. He's on holiday and different things, and I think his lads, his mates have been saying, and that can't be Steve Evans on the phone again. I've just kept happening. It was really pleased. We didn't know until Tuesday that he was going to be coming in, because he promised everyone that he'd spoken to he'd make a decision by then. We're delighted that we've secured his signature.
And to make it 3 in 3 days, what can you tell us about Jordan Roberts?
Well, of course, I was well aware of Jordan when back in his Crawley days. I was at Crawley with Jordan, but he was outstanding on the left side of a 4, getting at people, direct, good pace, a great delivery. A lot of goals. They loved him. He got a big move to Ipswich, didn't he? And when it goes from a Crawley to Ipswich, it's a huge move. And I got the opportunity to bring him in Gillingham, on loan when he fell out of favour. I think he had 9 or 10 games. He was excellent for us at Gillingham, simply excellent. And we tried desperately to keep him, but I think perhaps down here we don't realise the size of the likes of, we know Celtic and Rangers, but Aberdeen and Heartland and Lothian and Hibernian Football Club, they're huge clubs. And you get the opportunity to go up to the SPL and what we Heartland and Lothian, they did, and then he had a loan spell, and a second loan spell with Motherwell, in and out, if you like, but the standards pretty high. And but I always track Jordan. I see him live twice at Motherwell in recent times. Thought he did very well. Playing more on the right, coming in as an inverted wide player, but I see him more naturally on the other side. I made contact with Jordan. Jordan had a big decision to make, is whether he come back near Hertfordshire where his family home is, or whether he stayed in the SPL, and that's probably why he's taken till today to get it over the line, because there was a real pull to stay in the SPL from a couple of clubs. But I think the family and Stevenage Football Club had the pull to bring them back to Hertfordshire.
Can we expect many more new faces before we travel to Jersey in a couple of weeks?
Oh, we've got to. We've got 14, 15 players. We certainly need 3 or 4 more. We're working really hard. Can we get them? Who knows? I don't get in charge of doing the deals. I get in charge of identifying the players and asking people to make that happen for us. The chairman has been as supportive as he can be. Leon's worked incredibly hard, so between us we've been able to get what we've got. But we're going to try, certainly by Tuesday, Wednesday, to have 3 or 4 more in. Will that happen? You never know until they sign the paper. I was never sure about Jordan signing, so although he gave me his word yesterday on the telephone, I was never sure till he put pen to paper. Similar to Max Clark when he said he was coming. Similar to Dean Campbell. Dean Campbell was sitting in our office, and there was 2 clubs in League One consistently ringing his mobile, but he'd given his word. And the one thing I found about the boys that I put pen to paper, they gave us the word and they stuck to it.
And just finally, players come back in for testing towards the end of next week. How long before they can get back on the grass with the footballs at their feet?
Now listen, they'll have a bit of the balls over the course of those days, but we need to do some strength and conditioning tests just to see that the programmes they've been allocated, especially the ones that we've been able to allocate, they've been measured and they're ticking the boxes in terms of their data back in. But we'll do some testing over Thursday, Friday. We'll probably, train properly with the balls on Saturday, have a break Sunday, and then we'll train each day till we get ready to go to Chelsea. And
no, it's not long until back at the Lamex with the friendlies of Peterborough and West Brom confirmed. How much are you looking forward to getting back out there?
Oh, very much so. It's I think the exciting thing from our point of view is we're going to go in Jersey, and Jersey Bills is a club that's done tremendously well, and then we'll go local to Hitchin, which I think we should do. The clubs have got a super relationship and good people. I think we've got supporters that support both, if you like. And then we'll have West Brom come here. I know what Brucey's like, if you're playing Brucey at Scrabble, he's got to win. He's a competitor. So that's good for us. Then we've a little break away from that to non-league. I think we go down to St Albans then, they've got good players. Of course, Ali's a friend of mine, the manager, so that's good. And then we have Peterborough. Well, Grant McCann will certainly have a partial challenge at the top end of League One, if not be champion. So that'll be another real good test for us. And then we've got a couple of other away friendlies already diarised in for everyone. But we're also hoping to have another big club here in between times as well. But we're just waiting on confirmation.
That's great. Thank you, Gavin.
Thank you.